Suprabhatam, good morning. Today we are going to see the fourth lesson of class 10 Manika textbook. Adyavayam chaturtham patham pashyamaha Manika pathapustakasya dashama kakshayaha pathapustakam. पाठस्य नाम अस्ति आज्ञा गुरूणाम ही avicharaniyaa. Aajna, hope all of you know the meaning. Aajna, the orders or the words. Gurunaam, Guru Shabda, Shashti Vibhakti. Gurunaam, of elders. Guru has many type of meanings. You can take it as elders, knowledgeable people, teacher, and all those things. So Gurunam Aajna, words of elders, or the wise advices of elders. He avicharaniyaa. See the samasa here. Na vicharaniyaa. It should not be questioned. Whenever an elder gives an advice, it is out of their experience, and as they are our well-wishers, it should be followed. It should be good. It is good. So never disrespect words of elders. That is the meaning of the heading. The lesson is taken from a book called Panchatantram. Panchatantram is collection of stories. So in Panchatantram, as the name says, there are 5 strategies. Stories are listed under 5 types of strategies. It has been written, it is believed to be written by a scholar named Vishnu Sharma. So this present lesson is taken from the 5th strategy, Aparikshita Karakam. So let us see the lesson. Aajna Gurunam hi avicharaniyaa. Kasminchit nagare Chandro nama bhupatihi prativasati sma. The story starts with the name of a king named Chandraha. Saha kasminchit nagare prativasati sma. Kasminchit, kasmin plus chit, sandhi asti, nagare, in some city, in a city, Chandro nama bhupatihi. Atra pashatu sandhi asti, Chandraha plus nama, utvasandhi, visarga utvasandhi, Chandro nama bhupatihi, paryayapadam asti, Raja, king. Prativasati sma. He was ruling a city. The king named Chandra. Prativasati sma. Sma pratyayaha lang lakaram suchayati. As you know, whenever we add sma pratyaya to any present tense, the word, the kriyapada becomes past tense. So, in a city, in some city, there was a king named Chandra. तस्य पुत्राः वानरक्रीडा रताः वानरयूथं नित्यमेव विविधैः भोज्यपदार्थैः पुष्टिं नयन्ति स्म. So tasya putraha, his sons, he had 4 sons, Vanarakrida rataha. So what type of sons he had? Not the matured or the intelligent sons, but Vanarakrida. So they were playing with monkeys. They're as silly, as immature as, even they are grown up, but they were still playing with monkeys. That type of sons he had. Krida rataha. Rataha involved, immersed. They are always involved in play with monkey group. Vanara yutham. Vanaranam yutham. Shashti tatpurusha samasaha. Vanara, as you know, the monkeys. Yuthaha, the group. So there was a group of monkeys near palace. So these boys, these princes, they used to play with them. Vanara yutham, the group of monkeys, nityameva, every day, nityam plus eva, vividhaihi bhojya padarthaihi. See visheshana and vishesha. Vividhaihi visheshana, bhojya padarthaihi vishesha. Vividhaihi, they used to offer various type of food for the monkeys, so that they visit the palace every day and they can have some playtime. That was their idea. Bhojya padarthaihi, eatables. So various type of eatables. Pushtim nayanti sma. So they were making them happy. Pushti is nutrition. So they were giving the nutritive food to monkey group, means every day they were feeding the monkeys. Nayanti sma. Again see the sma pratyaya, past tense. Tasmin rajagrahe balavahana yogyam meshayutham asit. So the story unfolds. Tasmin Rajagrihe, Rajnyah Grihe. See the samasa and see the Visheshana Vishesha. Tasmin Visheshana Rajagrihe Vishesha. In that palace, Balavahana Yogyam. Mesha Yutham. See again Visheshana and Vishesha. Meshaha sheep. Mesha Yutham again a group of sheep. So what type of sheep? How old was it? Balavahana Yogyam. Balavahana is which is very young. Which can play with small kids. That young group of sheep. Yogyam Mesha Yutham Asit. So there was a palace. There was a king. He had sons and they were playing with group of monkeys, and in the same palace there was group of sheep also. तेषां मेषाणां मध्ये एको मेषः जिह्वा लोलुपतया अहर्निशं महानसं प्रविश्य यत् पश्यति तद् भक्षयति. So Tesham Meshanam Madhye, as there was a big group of sheep, among those sheep, Eko Meshaha, one sheep, see the Sandhi here, Ekaha plus Meshaha, Utva Sandhi, one sheep, Jivha Lolu Pataya, Jivha the tongue, our tongue, Jivha, Paryayapadam Asti Rasana, Lolupata is the greed. So it had that greed of tongue, means it always wanted to eat something. It kept on eating. Okay. So lolupata, see the pratyaya here. Lolupata, lolupa plus tal pratyaya. So the greediness. So it was greed of food. Because of that, lolupataya, tritiya vibhakti. Ahar nisham, day and night. It never see the time also. Whenever it wanted. Ahar nisham, all the time, all the day and night. Mahanasam pravishya, Mahanasaha Pakashala, the kitchen. So it used to enter the kitchen of the palace. Yat pashyati tad bhakshayati. So it used to enter the kitchen and whatever was there, whatever food available, it used to eat. Yat pashyati, whatever was seen, tad bhakshayati, it used to eat. So see the sandhi here, tat plus bhakshayati, tad bhakshayati. Prathamasya tritiya. Ta goes and the comes because there is bha alphabet, which is third alphabet. Pa, pa, ba, bha, fourth alphabet, sorry. Bhakshayati. Techa supakaraha yat kinchit kashtam mrinmayam bhajanam kamsya tamra patram va pashyanti tena tam ashu tadayanti sma. So you will be thinking, even when an animal is entering the kitchen, what were those chefs doing? Right? So, techa supakaraha. Supakaraha, see the samasa here. Supam karoti iti supakaraha. Upapada tatpurusha samasa. One who cooks. Supam. Supa is any type of gravy which is used in cooking. So, a person makes the gravies. Supakara. Or a chef. Paryayapadam asti pachakaha. Supakaraha pachakaha. Techa supakaraha, those chefs, the kitchen chefs, yatkinchit kashtam mrinmayam bhajanam kansya tamra patram. So whenever they see that sheep, what they used to do, whatever vessel available at that moment, they used to throw at that animal so that it goes away from the kitchen. So yatkinchit, whatever, kashtam, it can be piece of wood, mrinmayam bhajanam, earthen pot, mrinmayam earthen, bhajanam pot. Kansya tamra patram, or any type of vessel. Patram is utensil, a vessel. It can be made out of copper or it can be made out of other type of metal. Kansya tamra patram, a metallic pot or an earthen pot. Whatever available at that moment. Va pashyanti tena, using that, tam ashu tadayanti sma. So we never eat the food touched by other animals, right? So because it gets spoiled. So these chefs, they used to hit that sheep so that it won't enter again, but it used to enter again. So ashu tadayanti sma. See here, ashu, shigram, quickly, fast. Paryayapadam asti shigram, tadayanti sma. They used to hit. Again, sma pratyaya used. Tadayanti, to hit. मेषस्य सूपकाराणां च कलहम् अवेक्ष्य नीतिविदाम् अग्रणीः वानरयूथपतिः अचिन्तयत्. So things were going on like this. The boys, the princess were playing with the group of monkeys, and there was group of sheep, and one of the sheep, it used to enter the kitchen and it used to trouble the chefs. Those things were like this. So the leader of the monkey group, he was observing this situation every day. He was a wise person. He was an old monkey. He was wise person and he was observing. Meshasya supakaranam cha kalaham. So the fight between the sheep and the cooks. Kalaham, the fight. Aveksha. So after observing that, ava plus iksh plus lyap. After observing the fight, niti vidam, niti with, the person who is wise, the person who knows all type of morals and strategies, niti with, agranihi, the elder. See the two visheshanas, niti vidam, agranihi. Vanara yuthapatihi, vanara yuthasya patihi. Vanaranam yuthasya patihi, leader of monkey group. Yuthapatihi, leader of the group. So he started thinking, achintaya. Etesham kalaho na vanaranam hitaya. Look at his thought. Actually, the fight is between sheep and the chefs. But what the leader is thinking, this fight between these two is not good for monkeys. He started thinking. You will be wondering, what is it happening? It has nothing to do with monkeys in reality. Right? But he started thinking, one or the other day we will get affected. This fight is not good for us. Etesham kalaho, the fight between these people, na, not, vanaranam hitaya, hitaya for benefit. It is not benefit for us. It is for, it will create some problem for us. See the sandhi here, kalaho na, kalahaha plus na, utva sandhi, visarga sandhi. एवं विचार्य स यूथपः सर्वान् कपीन् आहूय रहसि अवदत्. So he started thinking. Evam vicharya, v plus char plus lyap. After thinking, after having a thought like this, sa yuthapah. See the sandhi saha plus yuthapah. Once again see here, yutham pati iti yuthapah, one who takes care of the group. Yuthaha, group. Yuthapatihi, yuthapaha, paryayapada. Okay. Sarvan kapin, he called all the monkeys, ahuya, after inviting them, after calling a meeting, rahasi avadat, rahasi in secret. He called the group separately and he spoke. Supakaranam meshena saha eshaha kalahaha noonam bhavatam vinashakaranam bhavishyati. And he gave an advice. Supakaranam, the chefs, meshena saha eshaha kalahaha. The fight between the chefs and the sheep. Noonam, noonam for sure, definitely, without any doubt. Bhavatam vinashakaranam. It will be a reason for your destruction. Vinashasya karanam. Bhavatam, of yours here is the group of monkeys. It will definitely create a problem for you. Bhavishyati. Uktam hi, then he quotes a shloka to support his statement. Tasmat syat kalaho yatra grahe nityamakaranah tadgraham jivitam vanchan duratah parivarjayet. See the Anvaya of the shloka. So through Anvaya you can understand shloka easily. Tasmat yatra grahe nityam akaranah kalahaha syat jivitam vanchan tat graham duratah parivarjayet. So he gave an advice. Therefore, tasmat yatra grahe, in any house, nityam, every day, akaranaha, divide samasa, na karanaha, without reason, kalahaha syat, maybe in any home, if there is a fight without reason, if you are finding any home, any place, if there is a fight between those members without reason, स्यात् जीवितं वाञ्छन्, जीवितं to live, वाञ्छन् to like, if you want to live peacefully, if any person wants to live peacefully, tat graham, that house, दूरतः परिवर्जयेत्, keep away from that house, दूरतः from distance, परिवर्जयेत् to live. So what does he mean here? If there is a fight without reason in any home, and you happen to be their neighbors or their friends, make sure that you keep away from that fight or keep away from that home itself so that you can live peacefully. Your mental status will remain intact. So you would have observed this in everyday life also. If there is fight between two people and we go in between, surely the blame might come on us also. At many a times, the people will resolve their fights on their own, and the third person who enters the scene, he gets the blame. He or she gets the blame, saying that the fight was all because of that third person. Because we don't know the history behind their fight. We just see the fight and we go and try to solve. We just want to help them. Many a times it happens. Just observe your life also. Maybe the fights between your friends and how you suffered for none of your mistake and how you spoiled your peace of mind. So take this advice from the monkey even for us or our life also. So this was his advice to his group. ततः सर्वेषां संक्षयो न भवेत् तदेतत् राजभवनं परित्यज्य वनं गच्छामः. So after giving that advice, he says, ततः, therefore, सर्वेषां संक्षयो न भवेत्. संक्षयो न. See sandhi here, संक्षयः plus न. संक्षयः, destruction. Total, complete destruction. So, because of their fight, we will be in trouble, and group as a whole, we always, monkeys, you have seen, they live in a group always, right? So group as a whole, we get we will see the destruction, our group will be spoiled. So na bhavet, it should not happen. Tadetat, divide sandhi, tat plus etat, tadetat plus rajabhavanam. So two sandhis happening there, tat plus etat plus rajabhavanam. Tadetat rajabhavanam. Rajabhavanam samasa, please split. Radnyaha bhavanam, palace of the king. So parityajya, pari plus tyaj plus lyap, vanam gachamaha. What shall we do? We shall go to forest, leaving this palace so that we are safe. Yataha, to justify his statement, one more advice he gives through shloka. Kalahantani harmyani kuvakyantam cha saurudam kurajantani rashtrani kukarmantam yasho nrinam. See the anvaya here. Harmyani kalahantani bhavanti saurudam cha kuvakyantam bhavati rashtrani kurajantani bhavanti nrinam yashah kukarmantam bhavati. See, what a nice advice, good advice, not only for those group of monkeys, each one of us need to learn from this advice. Harmyani, note down please, Harmyam Rajabhavanam, palace. Harmyam Paryayapada, palace, Rajabhavanam. Harmyani Kalahantani Bhavanti. Kalaha plus Antani. Kalaha, fight, already you know. Antani, they see their end. Anta is end. So always the palaces see their end just because of the fighting between the members in the palace. You would have seen the history almost in all the dynasties. They see their end not more because of their own fights rather than the attack from others. So inside them there is no unity. So the outside person takes the advantage of it, right? So all the palaces see their end because of their fighting between their inner fights between their members. Sauhridam, note down please, Sauhridam mitrata, friendship, Paryayapada, Sauhridam, mitrata, friendship, Kuvakyantam. This you would have felt in everyday life. Kuvakya. One wrong sentence. Vakya, sentence. Ku is bad here. So, a friendship of many, many years can get spoiled just because of one wrong conversation, right? If there is a communication gap, if a wrong sentence is exchanged, wrong conversation is exchanged between two friends, from next day, their friendship will be gone. So, a sentence has the capacity to spoil a friendship. Kuvakyantam bhavati. Rashtrani kurajantani bhavanti. Very, very true word. Rashtrani, the nations. Kurajantani. Bad kings. Just because of the bad rulers. Kuraja, bad ruler. Antani, they get spoiled. If you see the world history, this is one sentence which I always relate. Nations see their fall, nations collapse because of the wrong leaders, bad leaders. Nrinam yashaha, nrishabda, naraha, the people, yashaha, the success or the fame, the fame of people. If a person has earned some fame because of good deeds, ku karmantam, it can get spoiled just because of one bad deed. Karma, deed, job. Any number of success, any number of good jobs, though we have done, one bad job can spoil within a minute. It can bring bad name to people. So through this example, through this shloka, he advises the monkeys so that we will leave this palace and we will go to forest and live happily. तस्य वचनम अश्रद्धेयं मत्वा मदोत्थताः कपयः प्रहस्य अवदन्. But just imagine, he is a old monkey, he is a group leader, and the young monkeys, the young people, young monkeys in that group, they started laughing because they were enjoying the feast offered to them by the palace, by those princes. So they started laughing at his words. Tasya vachanam, his words. You can underline the word tasya here. You may get a question in exam. Atra tasya padam kasmai prayuktam. Tasya is his. Who is that his? That Yuthapatihi. Right? Yuthapataye prayuktam. You can write the answer. That word tasya is used for Vanara Yuthapati. Tasya vachanam ashraddheyam. Divide samasa. Na shraddheyam. Not to be followed. It is not good. They thought that these words are waste. It is one unnecessary fear that group leader is having. So they didn't like it. Ashraddheyam, not to be followed, not to be respected. Matva, man plus tva, after thinking. Madodhataha kapayaha. See the visheshana vishesha. Madodhataha. Madena uddhataha. They were arrogant monkeys. Madodhataha, arrogant. Kapayaha, kapayaha, vanaraha, paryayapada. Kapihi, kapi, kapayaha. It is paryayapada for monkeys, vanar. Prahasya avadan. They started laughing. Pra plus has plus lep. After laughing, they said, Bho, kimidam uchate. They told, Oi, kim idam uchate. What are you talking? Na vayam swarga samanopabhogan vihaya atavyam kshara tikta kashaya katu ruksha phalani bhakshayishyamaha. They said, we are not ready to leave this the comforts of the palace and go to a forest and have a life full of struggles. Na vayam, we will not. Vayam here is referred for the group of monkeys. Swarga samanopabhogan. Swarga, hope all of you know. Swarga, the heavenly. Swarga samana, equal to heaven. I mean heaven, the comforts which are like heaven, or I can say heavenly. Swarga samana. Upabhogan, comforts. Heavenly comforts. Vihaya, vihaya, paryayapada, tyaktva. After leaving. After leaving these heavenly comforts, atavyam, atavi shabda, atavi, aranyam, vipinam, gahanam, kananam, vanam. You might have heard in Amarakosha, atavi, vanam. Paryayapada asti, vanam, forest. So in the forest, atavyam, kshara, tikta, kashaya, katu, ruksha. So these are the various tastes of the fruits. So the monkeys said, if we go to forest, what will we get? This type of wild fruits. Kshara, Tikta, Kashaya, Katu, Ruksha means the bitter, sweet, pungent, and other type of different type of fruits which are not definitely not good for their tongue. So we don't leave these heavenly comforts in the palace, and we don't want to eat those fruits. Ruksha phalani bhakshayishyamah. We are not ready to eat those things. Tachutva sashrunayano yuthapatihi sagadgadam uktavan. Tat plus shrutva, tachutva, after hearing that, sashrunayanaha. See, ashrunayanena saha. With tears in his eyes. Ashru, tears. Nayana, the eyes full of tears. Yuthapatihi, again Visheshana, Vishesha. Sashru Nayanaha, Visheshana. Yuthapatihi, Vishesha. Sashru Nayanaha plus Yuthapatihi, Sandhi also there. The group leader with tears in his eyes. Sagadgadam, gadgadam with choked throat. When you are in grief, when you are in sadness, sometimes you are not able to speak because of those emotions, right? Because of the rush of emotions, our throat gets choked. So even this Vanara Yuthapati with choked throat, sa gadgadam, gadgadena sahitam, with choked voice, uktavan, he spoke. Rasana svada lubdhaha yuyam asya sukhasya kuparinamam na janitha aham tu vanam gacchami. He said, I will go to forest. I am not ready to face the consequences. So what is with you? Rasana svada lubdhaha. As I told you, rasana, jivha earlier, the tongue. Rasana svada lubdhaha, one who are greed of tongue. One people who have greed of food. Always they want to eat something. So you are the people. He is referring to those monkeys. You are the people. Yuyam are you people. You have that greed of food. Asya sukhasya, of this joy. What are the happiness, that comfort that you are getting in the palace? Kuparinamam, bad effect. Parinama is effect. Kuparinama is wrong effect, bad effect. Na janitha, you don't know. You cannot see the future. But I can guess. So, aham tu vanam gacchami. Let me go to forest. I cannot wait here. Atha anyasmin ahani samesho yavat mahanasam pravishati tavat supakarena ardhajvalita kashtena taditaha. So he went to forest and things were going on as usual in the palace. One day, atha anyasmin ahani, on another day morning, ahan shabda, morning, ahani, in the morning, anyasmin, other, another. Samesho, saha plus meshaha, that sheep, as I told you, which was entering the kitchen and touching all the food. Yavat mahanasam pravishati, when it entered the kitchen. Tavat, then, supakarena, by the chef. Ardhajvalita kashtena, as I told you, whatever item they were seeing, they were hitting the sheep. So that day what happened? Ardhajvalita, half burnt. Kashtam, the piece of wood. The piece of wood which were used as fuel, it was half burnt. There was still the fire in that piece of wood. And that chef, he couldn't find any other object to hit. So he took that and he hit the sheep. Taditaha, he was hit. Urna prachuraha meshaha vandina. What happened? Urnam is that wool. Urna prachuraha meshaha. The sheep full of wool. On his body, he was full of wool. Vanhi agnihi. Paryayapada, vanhi agnihi. The fire. Jajvalyamana shariraha. Immediately it caught the fire. Because of the wool was very thick, and as soon as he was hit, caught the fire. His body caught the fire. Jajvalyamana shariraha, body with fire, burning with fire. Nikatastham ashvashalam pravishati. What he did, because of that fire, he started feeling pain and he ran away. He ran away from the kitchen and he didn't know what to do. He could see the stable where the horses were Tide. So he enters that place. Nikatastham, nikatastham, samipastham, nikatam, samipam, close by. Ashvashalam, ashvaya, shala, ashvashala, the stable or the place of horse. Ashvashalam pravishati. It enters that. Daha vedanaya bhumau luthati. You know, his whole body is burning. So because of the thirst and pain. Daha, thirst, vedana, pain. Because of thirst and pain, bhumau luthati. On the earth, on the ground, it starts at rolling. Luthati, to roll. तस्य क्षितौ प्रलुठतः तृणेषु वह्निज्वालाः समुत्थिताः. So, tasya, by him, kshitau pralutatah, while he was rolling, kshitihi, bhumihi, note down please, kshitihi, paryayapada, bhumihi, ground, pralutatah, when he was rolling on the ground, trineshu, trinam, the hay. You would have seen in the stable where the horses are there, they put the hay on the ground so that horses can stay warm and they can have a better surrounding. So trineshu, that dry hay there. Vanhi jwalaha, it immediately caught the fire. Vanhi jwalaha, flames of fire. Samuthitaha, you can imagine the destruction, you can imagine the situation. Immediately it caught the fire. The dried hay in the stable. Jwalamala kulaha ashvaha pranatranaaya itastataha adhavan. What happened? All the place of that stable, the place of that horses started burning. All place started burning. So jwala mala kulaha. Jwala mala plus akulaha. Ashvaha, the horses who were inside the ring of that fire. Jwala mala, the garland of fire. Akulaha, troubled. The horses which are troubled by the flames of that fire. Prana tranaya, to save their life. Prana is life, trana is to save. To save their life. Itastataha adhavan. As you know, you can imagine, they started running around. Itastataha, itaha plus tataha. Running around. Teshu kechid dagdhaha, kechid ardhadagdaha, kechana cha panchatvam gataha. In that process, what happened? Teshu, among them, kechit plus dagdhaha. See the sandhi here. Kechit, few, some of them. Dagdhaha, they were completely burnt. Kechit ardhadagdhaha, they were half burnt. Some were able to go out of that place. So, they remained half burnt. Kechana, then some of the horses. Panchatvam gataha. So they joined the 5 elements. Means after our death, it is said to be our life goes into 5 elements. Means we are no longer there on the earth. So instead of saying died, they said panchatvam gataha. They saw the 5 elements. Pancha plus tva pratyaya. You can see here. Pancha plus tva pratyaya. Panchatvam. See the death. Panchatvam here is the death. Maranam. Maranam gataha. They died. Dagtham hayashalam vidnyaya savishadaha raja shalihotradnyan vaidnyan ahuya aprichat. Now the news reached the king that his stable is burning. So dagtham hayashalam, again samasa here. Hayaya shala or hayebhyaha shala. Place of horses. Hayaha, paryayapada, ashvaha. Hayashala, stable, ashvashala, paryayapada. So the stable which was burning, dagdha, vidnyaya, v plus dnya plus lyap. After getting to know, sa vishadaha, with grief. Vishadaha, grief. Very natural. The king started feeling sad. Savishadaha Raja, the king was sad. Shali hotradnyan vaidyan. Vaidyaha, the doctors. What type of doctors? Shali hotradnyaha, the veterinary doctors. Shali hotradnyaha, veterinary surgeons. He called the surgeons in his of this kingdom. Ahuya, after inviting, aprichat. He asked, ha, dagthaha me ghotakaha katham rakshaniyaha. So he said, oh my God, Dakthaha, they are burnt. Me ghotakaha. See here, ghotakaha ashvaha, paryayapada. My horses which are burnt, katham rakshaniyaha, as they told, some were half burnt, right? Some were able to go out of the stable also. So at least how to protect them, whoever can be protected. Sapadi upayah kriyatam. Sapadi shigram. Please note down paryayapada shigram. Immediately, now itself, upayah, some plan, kriyatam, make some plan. Tada Rajavaidyah provacha. Rajnyah Vaidyah, doctor, king's doctor or royal doctor. Provacha, pra plus uvacha. He said, Kapinam medasa dosho vanhidaha samudbhavaha ashvanam nashamabhyeti tamaha suryodaye yatha. See the anvaya of the shloka. Ashvanam vanhidaha samudbhavah doshah kapinam medasa nasham abhyeti yatha suryodaye tamah. This was the remedy told by veterinary doctors to cure the horses, the pain of horses which are half burnt. So Ashvanam of horses, vanhi daha samudbhavaha doshaha. Doshaha, the pain, the mistake, it has many meanings. Here it is the pain, the trouble. So the trouble caused, samudbhavaha, caused by the fire, vanhi, fire. So the problem or the trouble caused for the horses by the fire. Kapinam medasa. So medas is fat. So fat of monkeys. You need to kill the monkeys, and if you apply that fat, there inside the body's fat, to the wounds of the horses, immediately it will cure the wounds. That was the remedy. Medasa nasham abhyeti. It will see the end. The pain or the wounds, the fire burns of the monkeys, of the horses will see the end if you apply the fat of monkey's body. Yatha suryodaye tamaha. How quickly the wound gets healed? As soon as the sun rises, the darkness goes off, right? Tamaha, tamas shabda, tamaha, darkness. Suryodayaha, sunrise. How, as quickly as the darkness goes off by the rise of sun, so is the cure for the wounds of horses by the fat of monkeys. So you can imagine now how to get the fat of monkeys. Anyway, monkey group is available in the palace. So within no time you can kill them and apply the fat to horses' wounds. Yathochitam kriyatam. Yatha plus uchitam. As is said, as is correct. Uchitam is proper, correct. Kriyatam, do it. Iti raja desham shrutva. Raja deshaha radnyaha adeshaha. Order of the king. King immediately ordered, go kill the monkeys, get the fat and apply it on the wounds of horses. Sarve bhayatrastaha kapayaha achintayan. So when people came, the soldiers came to kill the monkeys only, monkeys got to know this is the situation and now they cannot run away to forest. Bhayatrastaha, the scared, out of fear that they are going to be killed now. Kapayaha, the monkeys, achintayan. They started thinking, ha, hataha vayam. Hataha, killed. Oh my God, we are dead. We are killed. Avadhiritaha asmabhihi gurujanopadeshaha. Now they started realizing. Long ago their leader had told them, this fight can be a cause for your destruction. Now they realized what is the meaning of that. That is why the lesson says, never ignore, never insult, never ignore the advices of elders. Avadhiritaha, ignored, asmabhihi, gurujana plus upadeshaha, advices of elders. We ignored the advices of elders and we are dead now. Hataha vayam. Uktam hi. So the story sees the end and the poet says, Mitra rupahi ripavaha sambhashyante vichakshanaihi ye hitam vakyam upasrijya viparitopasebinaha. See Anvaya, ye hitam vakyam utsrujya viparita upasevinah te vichakshanaihi mitrarupahi ripavaha sambhashanti. So the poet ends the lesson saying, Ye, the people, hitam vakyam utsrujya. After utsrujya, to ignore, to leave. To leave the good advice, hitam vakyam, beneficial sentence, beneficial advice. Viparita upasevinaha. Viparita is opposite. Some people have that habit of ignoring the good thoughts and adopting the wrong thoughts. Viparita is wrong, opposite. Upasevinaha, the people who accept, adopt, te, those people, vichakshanaihi, vichakshanaha chaturaha, smart person, intelligent person. So, intelligent person call them mitrarupahi ripavaha. If you are in the company of such people who ignore the orders of elders and influence others also to do that, such people, mitrarupahi ripavaha, they are enemies in the form of friends. Ripuhu, shatruhu, paryayapada. Ripavaha, enemies. But those enemies are in the form of friends. Mitra rupaha. Mitra rupaha in the form of friends. Sambhashante. So the noble people, the learned people say that if you see the people, if you have any friends, relatives, neighbors who ignore the orders or advices of the elders and do something opposite, do something different, do not follow them. They are actually your enemies who are there in the form of friends. So choose your friendship wisely, carefully. And when you hear an advice from elder, please give a minute. Have a thought. Is this advice beneficial for me? Just because it is an advice which is unpleasant for you, do not ignore. You may have to repent in future. Like these monkeys, they didn't only repent, they had to die. They died actually. They couldn't enjoy their life also. So, with this thought, the lesson ends.